I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my Spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
Hey everyone, this is Mashiachiym here, or Christian. I had a dream the other night, and I need to share it, because I believe it's relevant. I just had a confirmation. I just realized something that I need to share this. Let's just put it that way, because God just confirmed that this is a dream from Him about something that's going to happen soon, or in the near future, and I want to share this and put this out there. So I just wrote down bullet points of what happened in my dream, and I want to read it to you. So the dream, there was a group of people, this is the first half of the dream, there was a group of spiritual people referred to as a cult by outsiders who wore all white and had similar doctrines to that of Christianity. They lived in a realm that seemed to be above the air and everything was consistently white. There was a part of the dream where you could transfer your consciousness into a machine body and back, and I remember the feeling, and it was very weird. I can't explain it, but like sight, all the senses were different. It was, you could see colors and things were changing. It was very interesting, but you could switch your consciousness into a machine body and back. So I don't know if that's referring to, aside from the machine consciousness part, that would be evil, of course, but the group of spiritual people, I don't know if they're false prophets or if they're supposed to be the 144,000. I honestly couldn't tell, and maybe that's up for you guys to decide based on what I've given you here. I remember they had a Bible, and they said, see, this is our Bible, it's easier to read than that one, so take that with what you will. I don't know. A lot of symbolism in the dream, but the second half is where it gets really interesting. Okay? So I was at a mall where I work. Just recently I started a job there, but 2 mass shootings occurred, and it was as if violence had been unleashed upon all the earth out of nowhere, like how an earthquake comes in, it just instantly, everything starts shaking, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's an earthquake, because it just happens out of nowhere. That's what it was like with the violence. Peace was just gone, and it was just violence and chaos and mayhem. And, well, the survivors of the 2 mass shootings fled to the woods by the mall. So just keep that in mind. They fled to the woods. I know that talks about the wilderness in the Bible with God's people, or Yahuwah's people. But I remember the people who had lost their loved ones in the shootings were bitter to the survivors. Keep that in mind. There's 2 groups of people. There's those that survived, and then there's those who were afflicted by the 2 shootings. Now, I think the shootings is symbolic for something else, which I'll get into in a second. But I'll come back to this thing too. But then out of nowhere, a bunch of violent zombie-like people started rampaging and ransacking cities, killing people and burning down cities and everything. The violence was referred to like an illness, a plague, or a sickness. The people seemed like people who had undergone some transformation that made them crazy, and they appeared to have parts of themselves that were reddish, but overall they seemed to be some tint of red. It was like the red was spreading all over them. And that red imagery I didn't realize until now, which is why I'm making the video, which I'll get into in a second as well. But this seemed to be the collapse of civilization as we know it, and the dream was one of the most vivid and real dreams I've ever had. And what's crazy is I know Richie from Boston and his friend Mike Jecker had dreams that have similar things like this in it, but a little different. But it seems everyone's having dreams, and I've had a few dreams that seem to be prophetic, but none like this. This is super vivid, and I need to share this because I believe 100% it's from God now that I realize this. Now, guys, I don't remember Bible verses like a preacher. Like, I don't keep these things in mind. I don't keep these things in mind when I sleep and all that, all right? So this wasn't a conscious decision, what I'm about to tell you. But notice how peace was taken from the earth and these violent zombie-like people just rise up and it spreads like a sickness. Like, that's how contagious the violence is. And they had red spreading all over them, right? This is the crazy part. If you go to Revelation chapter 6, verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red. Keep in mind, this horse is red. Red, red, red. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. To take peace from the earth. And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So yeah, guys, I just had this dream a few, not yesterday, but the night before. I had that dream, and I didn't even realize at the time. I thought maybe it was something with 5G and similar to what's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement right now, violence going on with the rioters and all that and burning down everything. But this seemed like that on steroids and worse. And again, Richie, which he made this video after I had the dream, so I didn't see this before having the dream, but he talked about some other event happening that would make Black Lives Matter go on like steroids crazy and stuff like that. But the red and the violence coming from the earth and all that stuff, the red, I just realized that right now. I was sitting down thinking, and I realized, wait a second, red is the horse where peace is taken from the earth and violence ensues. So that's a confirmation right there that this is a dream from God. And I've prayed for months that I would have dreams from God, and I have been. But not only that, now let's go back to the people. There were two groups of people, those who were afflicted and, they lost loved ones to these two shootings. And then there were survivors who were kept safe from them. And they were bitter towards them. And they were like, why did you survive and not this person? Why did I lose my people? Well, guess what? Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity, sin, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Who says something like that unless they have no love and it's waxed cold? And that's in regards to the end times as well. So, guys, this is insanity. This is literally prophetic, and this is a dream that I had to share with you. And yeah, there was just violence everywhere. And I remember the bag I've prepped in real life, like my bug out bag. I remember thinking in the dream, it's too heavy, I couldn't even carry it to run from these people. And I wonder if that was symbolic of there's nothing, and I remember feeling this after I woke up and in the dream, there's nothing you could do to prepare for this except pray and have faith in God. There's nothing you can do for the trouble that's about to come except have faith in God, because it's that bad. It's that crazy. And yeah, it's insane. But also the two shootings is interesting because the red horse is the second one. And the first one is Revelation 6:2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Well, guess what? Coronavirus. Just a little interesting thought there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not saying that the seals have been opened yet and the horses are running rampant, but just something to keep in mind. But something is coming. There was a lot of symbolism in that dream, and I've just been able to interpret it now by thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about making a video necessarily on it, and didn't even really know, I thought it was from God, but I didn't think it was this insane, this in depth, but it is. And just know Yahuwah, Elohim, God is real. His son died for you. Jesus Christ, Yahushua HaMashiach, died for you. Accept him now. Have faith in him. 5G is going to be turned on, and it's going to cause things like this. I know 5G is involved in this, and they're going to flip the switch, and people are going to go insane. It will control people. It alters DNA as it is. It makes changes in the DNA, and then you have the vaccine, which is coming, where they're injecting foreign DNA into you as well. Trouble is coming on the earth. worse than it already is now. This is just a practice run. And you will not be able to be prepared for this. All you can do is pray and have faith. I don't say this to scare you. I say this to get you ready. As best as you can. Have faith and endure till the end. Those who endure till the end shall be saved. I love you all. Yahuwah bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you. Peace be unto you.